Hi, my name is Matt Woodruff, and over the past 2 years I've had the privilege of serving as chair of the governing board at Warbleston Primary School. Today we're announcing a consultation on a proposal for Warbleston to convert from a maintained school to an academy and join the Bright Futures Learning Trust. Rather than just send out a letter, which can come across rather impersonal, I wanted to take the opportunity to explain our journey as a school and a board, as this context is important. Warbleston is an awesome school with wonderful pupils, great support from parents and carers, and an incredible staff. We've been rated by Ofsted for many years as good, with many features that border outstanding. In 2016, Ofsted questioned whether the school made enough use of external support for critical reflection and noted that we received very little support from the local authority for school improvement. Since that time, we've put renewed focus into what we call our outward-facing school agenda, forging links with local schools with specific programs such as Maths Mastery, and through collaboration with schools and leaders in the Woking Confederation. Pre-pandemic, a number of Warbleston staff were appointed moderators for the local authority, and even this year we've run moderation sessions in schools and other trusts covering hundreds of teachers under our own proposals. The board set targets for our head teacher to ensure that we could leverage the best collegiate support possible from local schools, and we've funded staff CPD across the school from professional qualifications in executive leadership, headship, and for senior and middle leaders. As a consequence of this investment, Warbleston has formed more and deeper links with other local schools. These links help improve the quality of education, in turn driving improvement in pupil outcomes. Naturally, this has led to approaches from local multi-academy trusts interested to have Warbleston join them and develop these links more formally. Alongside Warbleston's journey, we always consider the national education policy landscape and monitor it for the risks and opportunities it poses for the way that we operate. Clearly, we have seen one of the largest disruptions to the education of our children in a generation throughout the COVID pandemic. Education policy has naturally at this time focused almost exclusively on the response to COVID, with an effectiveness that will be a source of debate and frustration for years to come. However, as schooling systems begin to return to a new normal, policy around academisation has just been reconfirmed by the Secretary of State for Education, with further funding support supporting the growth of trusts, a try before you buy approach, and new commitments to conversions between now and 2025. In Surrey, there are 33 multi-academy trusts operating. In the primary phase, approximately 170 schools remain state maintained and 120 are now academies. It is this confluence of factors, firstly our own outward-facing schools agenda, which we know brings benefits to our pupils. Secondly, an expectation that there will be a continued stream of conversions and therefore further impact to local authority provisions. And finally, an understanding that looking at our local context again, there are very few schools in our vicinity that are not already in a MAT or with links to the diocese. We do not believe it's in the best interests of our pupils to become an island. Last year, we progressed alternatives. For example, we spent considerable time with Wood Street Village School discussing the benefits of federation as an approach. Since that time, we have investigated many different approaches to ensure both the highest quality teaching and learning, and in this climate, financial sustainability. You can't have failed to note the recent resignation of the education catch-up czar, when his 10 billion recommendation to support the lost learning of our children was approved at 1.4 billion. As a board, we expect ongoing budgetary challenge. And that's what this consultation is about. It's about widening the debate, and it is genuinely seeking your views. We're working with Bright Futures as we have considered alternatives. Secondary and primary, or primary only MATs, large MAT with defined processes, or emerging MAT, where we can help lead the debate and growth. Bright Futures are in that sweet spot, and part of the Woking Confederation that we know well. We are a good school with great leadership, outstanding teachers, supportive parents and carers, and our young people, your children, will grow up to lead the world of tomorrow. I encourage you all to contribute to the consultation over the next month, and thank you for taking the time to listen.